now we're going to talk a little bit more about list comprehensions and a little bit about conditionals, if then else. So, we were talking about list comprehensions like this. I think I promised that this video was going to be about dictionaries, but that's the next one. We have this list comprehension that we saw, where we can do things with a list. There are other things that I can do also with list comprehensions. But first, I need to know a little bit about conditionals. What happens with conditionals is that they work like this. Here's the syntax. I'm going to use it, Python shell. If I type, for example, I have a equals 1. Whoops, I'm sorry. I have a equals 1, and I have b equals 2. I can say if a equals b, that is the operator say if a is equal to b, then colon indicates a block of code that's going to begin indented. So I'll indent it. If a equals b, then I'm going to print yay. For those of you with Python 3, you would put parentheses around yay. And then I say else, so if a is not equals to b, else, and then a block indented exactly as the same block above, I'll print nay. And then I execute this command, and of course it says nay because 1 is not equal to 2. I can also do if a is not equal to b, colon, print yay, and then just that, for example, without an else command, and it'll print yay. This is the basics of the if command, okay? If-else command. So I can use it on a list comprehension. So for example, I can, for example, select only some elements of a list to be put into another list. So for example, I have my list that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, for example. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say b is going to be an element, so x, for x in a. This will create a list. B is going to create a list exactly, it's going to be a copy of the list A. Because for x, which is each element in A, I'm going to put it in B. Now what I'm going to do is change it a little bit, right? I'm going to put all the elements in A that are greater than 5. So I'm going to put x for all elements in A if x is greater than 5. Okay? And then I'm going to print B. So let's run this code. I'm saving it. I'm saving it as lists.py. So that's the program that I need to run. So I type Python lists.py. And it will give me elements 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Because it went for each x in this list, and it was comparing for each x in this list, is this condition true? If it's true, then x gets appended to b. And this is pretty good because you could select, for example, if you're doing language processing, you could select certain words and not others, right? So words that begin with H, words that have a space, words that have an apostrophe, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of things that you can do with list comprehensions and a little knowledge of the if then else command. When commands or the comprehensions get complicated, so there's a lot of things that you want to do with X, you either have a function that does all those things, or you can just do a regular for loop with, intended blocks and indented blocks and all that.